¿Alguna otra pregunta? Any final thoughts?
Along the lines, there are two more books that I would highly recommend. One on competitiveness and innovation. National Science Foundation has a very nice book that called Rising Storm. Really talks about the whole competitive landscape, nanotechnology, everything. It's a really well-written document. The other one is 21st Century Engineer, or something along those lines, NSF again. Not National Science Foundation. I would highly recommend those books.
Both of them are in my presentation too.
I seem to have gotten into this commercialization thought, so I wanted to add one other observation I've made in the last year. Since writing a commercialization proposal where it had to be kind of like a business plan, I've begun looking at other agencies for just their normal funding, and they're all putting, even though it's for research, they all want you to discuss commercialization possibilities, whether it's they explicitly state that or they state it in some other way. As an example, if you want to get NASA funding, going to the space agency, if you want to get funding from them, anymore you have to include in there, you have to discuss the research you're doing, how it fits into their, how it fits into a mission they have planned, like Mars rover mission, for instance. Yours might fit into that Mars rover. You have to discuss how yours would impact the specifications for the Mars rover. It doesn't matter whether or not your thing gets into the Mars rover or whether your research takes another direction, but you have to at least show that it might possibly get into a Mars rover. And that's very much the same flavor of the commercialization grant. So it's something worth looking at in terms of just proposal development and thinking about how a professor relates to industry and society.
Let me add one thing. My heart is in this nanotechnology research. And to a point is, I am glad my son is also getting into it. My son is working on the robotics, and he's in a different university. It's nothing to do with me in his research. But this afternoon, he's going to have a meeting with the graduate students at 3 o'clock. If some of you have some questions, rather than to us, but to him, it's about your age, maybe you can just join to that meeting, and so you can learn more from his point of view, what he thinks for the next 20 years.